Can you talk about the healing powers of Qigong?
Yeah, so Qigong is a 5,000-year-old practice. It's actually the foundation of Tai Chi, and it's also the foundation of acupuncture and classical Chinese medicine. And there's two styles of Qigong. There's self-regulatory practice, where a student like yourself could actually take classes and learn how to apply these practices for their own health, in particular mental emotional health, which then affects their physical health. And then the other style is the medical style. We have actually just trademarked the name called curative Qigong, where we're taking the essence of classical Chinese medicine with these techniques that I've mastered over the last 23 years or 24 years of being in clinical practice. And so that way a person could actually learn how to take a course. We have a 2-year mastermind course and learn how to work with other people, with other clients.
They make you feel so good. I mean, you can do a 6-minute morning YouTube looking at yours and you feel energized. I feel energized doing them and they're easy. And
Yeah, yeah, and that's one of the things I love about Qigong is that it's a lot easier than Tai Chi. And when people call the office and they say, Chris, what practice should I do? Should I do Tai Chi or should I do Qigong? I say, well, if you want to improve your health quickly, and if you want a tool right away to help you with emotional trauma, past and present, then Qigong is what you need to do. Now, there's different styles of Qigong. The style that I teach in particular is based upon what they call as the five element school. And the five element school, we recognize that the five major organs of the body, your heart, your lungs, liver, spleen, and kidneys, are mainly responsible for sustaining life. And these organs have different negative emotions that will affect them and will show up as so many different types of chronic disease, inflammatory diseases, and chronic pain. And so, if you want to get out of pain, this is definitely one of those things that a person needs to have in their toolbox. Besides a healthy diet, besides hydrating, besides sleeping and not eating processed foods, really being able to take a pause and go inward. And like you said, it's so simple to do. It does not discriminate against anybody, against gender, religion, none of that stuff. We teach for the Special Olympic for a program called Healthy Athletes, Strong Minds. And we have paraplegics doing Qigong. And even if you can't physically do it, mentally you could do it. Because even the specific meditations that I teach, actually, I've recorded 12 more we're going to wrap up this year. And each meditation, Qigong meditation, everything is meant to do something medicinally inside the body. It's not just the mindfulness aspect. It's meant to do something medicinally inside the body. Yeah, it's really cool. It's easy to do. And the other fun thing is that you don't have to believe in it for you just
okay, good. So when you're reading them on TikTok and all that, what else?
yeah.
Or
So
when do you look at celebrities or like I
yes,
guess
yeah,
they
yeah,
probably covered up. What about Botox though?
yeah. But even with Botox doesn't last because if you haven't changed, they actually have a saying: if you haven't changed the emotional expression which caused that line to begin with, then the line's going to come back. Yeah. And so on TikTok, what's been happening is that people have been sending me their pictures to read their faces, which I think is really brave because as Dave Chappelle says, I like one of the things he says, I don't punch down on people. And I have people that want me to read politicians and stuff like that. And I won't punch down on people. I'm going to read certain things and have fun with it. But I think it's brave and it's only women so far
Okay.
coordinating that is only sending the photographs. And I think what it is because the male fragile ego. They don't want they don't want to be read. In fact, I had one guy. I'd read one woman's face from the Midwest somewhere, and he asked me a question. I thought it was a sincere question. He asked me. He says, "So you could tell by the length of the nose how the person invests money." And I thought it was a real serious question. And so when I finally got around to responding to him on TikTok, I said, yeah, we could tell by the length and the width of the nose how well somebody invests money or how tight they are with their money or whatever. He immediately responded back and he says, you're crazy. So I responded back. I responded back. I said, okay. I said, how I am. I said, so I'll tell you what, why don't you send me a picture of your face and let's just really see how crazy I am. Yeah.
Somebody that's like online dating, what should they
Oh,
look for in a face?
okay. Well, it depends on them. And we talked about, because I teach a face reading course, and we're actually going to be repackaging it and making it into an online course.
And
But
of
I think
course, we'll have all of Chris's links for everything, all of his Like all of it. Okay, keep going. Yeah.
And so I think it's funner though. I think it's a lot more fun to have the live class. But anyways, we talked about doing a face reading class for singles. Okay, so it's for me. I mean, everybody's different. For example, somebody could be with somebody that's controlling or whatever, but if they have lots of money and they'd like to spend it on you, then you might say, you know what, I can handle that little bit of control here and there. Just I want to be pampered, I want to be taken care of. So it all depends. Well, somebody else like an A type personality, let's say if your woman has an A type personality, you're like, no way, nobody's going to control me, right? Then that's not going to fly. So it all depends. We could tell by the size of the lips, how or the mouth, how passionate they are. It was really fun in the last face reading class. This is the first time we did it, but we started talking about different features on the face that tells us about the genitalia for men and women. And most of what's funny, again on that one too, on that night's class, all the men did not show up. It was only the women that showed up. Again, oh my God. None of the men showed up. And I called them out the next week too. What happened to you guys? Come on, man. Oh, the dog ate my homework. Okay, whatever. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
anyways, so it just depends. And but if you it just depends
Can
on what you're looking for. Yeah,
can you
it really.
tell if somebody's lying then? Because everybody's still online for things. Are there ways to tell somebody's a liar? Are there
Yeah.
things on the face?
The line between the lips. So that line when
Where?
the mouth is closed, this line between the lips when your lips are closed, if that line is crooked, that person tends to lie a lot.
Which line? Which line?
When you There's the line when your lips meet. So if you look at yourself in the mirror, your line is pretty straight across. It's a little bit
Okay.
wavy, but yeah, it's pretty straight across, right? When a person's lips are closed, that's one way that we could tell
Oh,
if a person
interesting.
and you want to hear something else. You could tell, let's say you have a close friend or you have somebody you can't tell secrets to. The way you could tell that you can't tell secrets to somebody is if when they're on their phone or something, let's say looking at social media or their emails and their mouth is left open, like, and they're typing, they're not talking, but like this, that means that the words fall out of their mouth. So if you tell them something, they're going to go tell that to somebody else. So that's the telltale for me, like in business and stuff like that. Those are one of the things that I look for because if I have an IP thing, my own intellectual property, right,
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to share that with that person because I already know that he's going to use it or take it and share it with somebody else. So it's good for business relationships too. And for lawyers, it's good for the jury because they can lie in that form, but the face does not lie.